Here's the truth. Procrastination is stealing your time and focus, and you're letting it happen. But I'm going to show you a simple research-backed technique to take control and get your productivity back. Hi there, I'm Alan Stafford, Communications and Personal Development Coach. And in this video, we'll explore the Pomodoro Technique, why it works, and how you can start using it today. I'll also share research findings such as studies from the British Journal of Educational Psychology showing how structured breaks like Pomodoro can improve focus and reduce mental fatigue. So if you're ready to finally conquer procrastination and improve your productivity, let's get started. So what exactly is the Pomodoro Technique? Well, it's a simple yet effective time management method. And here's how it works. You break your tasks into 25-minute intervals known as Pomodoros. During that time, you focus on one task, no distractions. After those 25 minutes are up, you take a 5-minute break to refresh. And once you've done 4 Pomodoros, you reward yourself with a longer break, maybe 15 to 30 minutes. Now, you might be wondering, why is it called Pomodoro? Well, I had the same thoughts the first time I heard, the technique. You see, the word Pomodoro means tomato in Italian, and it's named after the tomato-shaped kitchen timer, like this here. It's the one that Francesco Cirillo used when he developed the technique in the late 1980s. You see, Cirillo was a student then and found that breaking work into smaller chunks helped him stay focused. And here's why this technique works so well. It turns big, overwhelming tasks into manageable bite-sized pieces. So instead of feeling like you need to work for hours, you only commit to 25 minutes at a time. And because of that time limit, you're less likely to get distracted. It also builds momentum. After you complete a few Pomodoros, you start to feel productive, which motivates you to keep going. And one of the biggest benefits of the Pomodoro technique is that it forces you to concentrate on a single task for a short period of time. So you're not splitting your attention across different things, which means you avoid the common trap of multitasking. And studies have shown that multitasking can actually make us less efficient. So by focusing on just one thing for 25 minutes, you're using your time more effectively. Another great benefit is that the regular breaks built into the Pomodoro technique help reduce mental fatigue. You see, after 25 minutes of focused work, your brain gets a quick recharge with a 5-minute break. And this allows you to maintain your energy and focus throughout the day. And without these breaks, it's easy to burn out and lose focus after those long periods of work time. And have you ever felt overwhelmed by a big project? Breaking tasks into smaller, more manageable Pomodoros make those large tasks feel a lot less daunting. So instead of thinking, I have to finish this huge project, you're just committing to 25 minutes of progress. And once you've started, it's easy to keep going. And here's the kicker. Every time you finish a Pomodoro, you get a little sense of accomplishment. It might seem small, but those frequent wins should keep you motivated to keep going. You start building momentum, and before you know it, you've knocked out a few Pomodoros and made real progress. It's like a snowball effect, for example, where, the more you do, the more motivated you become. Okay, so you might be asking yourself, does the Pomodoro technique actually work? Well, let's take a closer look at why this technique is so effective. First off, research has shown that our brains are wired to perform best in short bursts of focus, better known as ultradian rhythms, not circadian rhythms, but ultradian rhythms, which influence our energy levels and productivity during waking hours. You see, these natural cycles explain why we tend to feel most productive in short bursts rather than continuously for long periods. And because long periods of work without breaks can lead to diminishing returns, basically, the longer you try to push through, the less productive you become. That's where the Pomodoro technique comes in. You see, by working in 25-minute sessions, you're taking advantage of the brain's natural ability to focus in short intervals. And these structured breaks give your mind a chance to recharge, keeping you sharp and energized throughout the day. Now let's look at some research. A framework called ProScore tested different productivity techniques, including the Pomodoro technique. The study found that people who used timed sessions like Pomodoros experienced better focus and fewer distractions. And why? Well, because when you only have 25 minutes, you're more likely to stay committed to the task. The ticking clock creates a sense of urgency, making it easier to resist distractions. Another study compared systematic breaks like those in the Pomodoro Technique with self-regulated breaks. Basically, taking a break whenever you felt like it. And the results were clear. Those who followed structured breaks had less mental fatigue and stayed motivated for longer periods of time. So in contrast, people who took random breaks were more likely to feel drained and lose their focus. The Pomodoro Technique's structured breaks help you maintain that critical balance between work and rest, making it especially useful for sustained productivity. And one of the best things about the Pomodoro Technique is how easy it is to start using immediately. It doesn't require any fancy tools or, complex systems. All you need is a timer and a task. I'm going to go ahead and walk you through it step by step. First, pick a task, any task. It could be something big like, writing a report, or something small like answering emails. Then set a timer for 25 minutes. This is your Pomodoro. It's important to commit to those 25 minutes and focus on just one thing. Now, for the next 25 minutes, work on that task without any distractions. If you finish early, use the remaining time to review or refine your work. The key is to stay on task until the timer rings. And that's what makes this method so powerful. Just 25 minutes of pure focus. When the timer goes off, take a 5-minute break. This break is just as important as the work itself. Use this time to recharge, stretch, grab a drink, take a short walk, anything that helps you refresh your mind. And after completing 4 Pomodoros, you've earned a longer break, usually between 15 to 30 minutes. This gives your brain a chance to fully rest and reset before you dive back into your next set of Pomodoros. And it's really that simple. And here's the beauty of the Pomodoro Technique. It's flexible. If you have a task that requires more focus, you can extend your work session to 45 minutes, followed by a 10-minute break. The goal is to find a rhythm that works for you and keeps you productive. And you see how easy that is? Just a timer, some focused work, and breaks. It's a method anyone could use. It's all about making progress little by little. All right, now that you know how the Pomodoro Technique works, let's talk about how you can use it to beat procrastination. And here are a few practical tips that can make all the difference for you. Big projects can feel overwhelming, and that's often why we, put them off. But the Pomodoro Technique is perfect for breaking down those large tasks into smaller, more manageable pieces. So instead of thinking about the entire project, just focus on getting through your next 25-minute Pomodoro. And before you know it, those small chunks of time add up, and suddenly that big project doesn't seem so daunting anymore. One of the keys to making the Pomodoro Technique work is eliminating distractions during your work sessions. So turn off your phone notifications, close unnecessary tabs on your computer, and let others know you're in a focused session. Research has shown that multitasking leads to decreased performance. So focusing on one thing at a time is very important. Those 25 minutes are for you and your task. Everything else, that can wait. Rewarding yourself is a great way to stay motivated. After completing a set number of Pomodoros, give yourself a small reward. It could be something like something as simple as grabbing a snack, watching a quick video, or taking a longer break. See, these little rewards act as positive reinforcement, making it easier to stay on track and push through more Pomodoros. Plus, who doesn't like a good reward after some, hard work? Sometimes the hardest part is getting started, but visualizing how good it will feel to have completed your task can be a powerful motivator. Picture yourself at the end of the day with all your Pomodoros done, and how much lighter and accomplished you'll feel. Keeping that positive outcome in mind can help push you to start and finish those sessions even when you don't feel like it. While the Pomodoro Technique is simple and effective, like anything new, there are a few common pitfalls you might run into. But don't worry, I've got some easy solutions to help you overcome them. One of the most common challenges is getting distracted in the middle of a Pomodoro. Maybe it's a random thought, an email notification, or an idea for another task. When this happens, I recommend keeping a distraction log. Just jot down whatever pops into your head so you don't have to focus trying to remember it. You can deal with those thoughts during your break, and this way you stay focused and keep the momentum going. Another challenge is sticking to the 25-minute timer, especially when you're just starting out. It might feel uncomfortable at first, but that's totally normal. It takes time to build the discipline for these focused sessions. So if you find it difficult to stay focused for the full 25 minutes, start with a shorter time, maybe 15 minutes, and gradually increase it. The key is consistency, so keep pushing through those initial challenges. You'll get better at it with practice. I promise you on that. Now let's talk about breaks. Sometimes it's tempting to let that 5-minute break turn into, 10, 20, or even longer. But remember, the structure of the Pomodoro Technique is what makes it so effective. And research, like the study I mentioned earlier, shows that sticking to systematic breaks helps prevent tasks from, dragging on. And to avoid stretching your breaks, set a timer for those 5 minutes as well. When it goes off, you know it's time to get back to work. Okay, so to quickly recap, the Pomodoro Technique is an easy and powerful way to manage your time, stay focused, and beat procrastination. By breaking your tasks into 25-minute intervals, followed by short breaks, you can work more efficiently, avoid distractions, and feel a real sense of accomplishment throughout the day. I encourage you to give it a try at least. Like any new habit, getting the hang of it might take a little practice, but trust me, it's worth the effort. The more you use it, the more productive and in control of your time you'll feel. And I'd love to hear from you, so drop a comment below and let me know how the Pomodoro Technique works out for you. Try it for a few weeks or a week at least and share your results. I am really, and I'm not going to kid you, really excited to see how it helps you because it's helped me a lot. Thanks for watching.